Nobody ever teaches you how to talk to people. Everyone just assumes you already know. Before anyone let you drive a car, you got lessons, a handbook, and a test. For talking to people? Nothing. It was never a personality problem. It is a missing manual. So here is the manual, the moves nobody ever wrote down, in about 12 minutes. Chapter 1. The Replay Trap. Everyone walks away from a conversation wondering how it went. Then the replay starts, and the replay is a harsher judge than the room ever was. Here's the nice part. Researchers at Yale, led by Erica Booth, measured this directly. Both people rated the same conversation, and the other person almost always enjoyed it more than the one doing the worrying. They named the difference, the liking gap. People like you more than you think, and that is a measured fact. So tonight, when the replay starts, trust the finding over the feeling.
They stayed, they laughed, they said see you later and meant it. The gap has been working in your favor this whole time. Chapter 2. Going first. Almost every conversation that never happened died the same way. Two people, each waiting for the other one to start. The empty seat feels safer, and talking to a stranger sounds tiring before it even begins. But when researchers at the University of Chicago tested that feeling on the city's trains, the riders who went first had the best commute in the study, and almost every one of them had expected it to go badly. So the move costs one question. Swap "what do you do" for "what have you been into lately?" And the stranger next to you is running the same math, waiting for someone to go first. Going first is the whole skill. Chapter 3. Flip the spotlight. You walk into a room trying to be interesting. Dale Carnegie found the opposite works better. In the most famous book on people ever written, back in 1936, he put it plainly. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. His proof is the dog. A hen has to lay eggs, a cow has to give milk, a canary has to sing. A dog makes his living by giving you nothing but love, and Carnegie called it the greatest winner of friends the world has ever known. So walk in curious instead of impressive. You never had to be the most interesting person in the room. Chapter 4. Say their name. Carnegie noticed one more thing, so simple it is easy to skip. A person's name is, to that person, the sweetest and most important sound in any language. It is the one word they never get tired of hearing. Most people lose the name the second they hear it, already busy planning what to say next.
So catch it, and use it once early when you first meet them, and once more at goodbye. It costs nothing, and it lands every time. Watch someone's face when a near stranger remembers their name. Chapter 5. Don't steal the story. Kate Murphy, in her book on listening, points at a quiet habit the sociologist Charles Derber named. Every reply is a fork. A shift response turns it back to you. Oh, the same thing happened to me. A support response keeps it on them. Wait, what happened next? One steals the story, one hands it back. Winston Churchill's mother once described 2 dinners that show the payoff. She sat next to Gladstone and left sure he was the cleverest person in England. She sat next to Disraeli and left sure that she was. Same woman, 2 dinners. One of them left her feeling like the most interesting person at the table. So when the story is theirs, catch the me too before it jumps out, and let them keep it.
Chapter 6. The follow-up question. Anyone can ask a first question, so what do you do? Where are you from? The follow-up is the rare one, because it can only exist if you actually heard the answer. Researchers at Harvard counted this in speed dates. The people who asked more follow-up questions got more second dates, and their partners walked away feeling cared about without quite knowing why. So when they answer, don't reach for your next fact. Pull the thread instead. Wait, why that one? What was that like? The follow-up quietly says, I am still here, more than any clever line ever could. Chapter 7. Match before you fix. Charles Duhigg studied why some people connect instantly, and his book lands on one idea. Every conversation is secretly one of 3. Someone is solving a problem, someone is feeling a feeling, or someone is working out who the 2 of you are to each other. Most misfires are just a mismatch. Someone came to feel something and got handed a solution instead. NASA used this to choose astronauts. The interviewer listened for how each candidate laughed, and the ones who matched his energy were the ones cleared to share a small metal room with a crew for months. So before you reply, ask yourself one quiet question. Which of the 3 are they in right now? Answer that, and you are in the conversation with them instead of beside it. Chapter 8. Name what you heard.
Before you add anything of your own, hand back the feeling in plain words. Chris Voss, who trained hostage negotiators at the FBI, calls this labeling. You start with, "It seems like," or "It sounds like," and you name what the other person is feeling out loud. What you are listening for is 2 small words back. That's right. That is the sound of someone feeling understood, and it is worth far more than a quick, "You're right," which usually just means they want you to stop talking. So your friend tells you the deadline moved after they had already planned their whole week. You say, "It sounds like that pulled the ground out from under you." Then you go quiet. Watch their shoulders drop when they hear their own week said back to them. Chapter 9. The Echo. Voss has a second move so small it feels like cheating. Repeat the last 1 to 3 words the other person said as a gentle question, and then go quiet. Someone says, "It has just been a really long week." You say, "A really long week?" And almost every time, they keep going, and they tell you the part they had not planned to say. Voss teaches it in what he calls the late-night radio voice. Slow, warm, never an interrogation. It works because it does the one thing everyone is quietly starving for. It proves someone was listening closely enough to catch the exact words.
Chapter 10. Full Presence. Olivia Fox Cabane studied the people we call charismatic and found the thing they share is presence. Presence is simply making the other person feel you are completely there, and it can be trained. Her example is Bill Clinton. People who met him for 30 seconds walked away feeling that for those 30 seconds, they were the only person in the room. So the move is physical. Phone face down and all the way out of sight, in your pocket, off the table. Eyes up. When the other person is talking, be all the way there. They will remember that you were fully with them long after they forget the words. It is the biggest lever here, and it is free. Chapter 11. Built for Depth. Maybe a lot of this has felt like it was written for someone louder than you. Susan Cain wrote a whole book on the other kind. Her research on introverts found the quiet ones are built for depth. One person at a time, one real conversation at a time. And every move in this video runs on exactly that. So here's the manual, all in one place. Beat the replay. Go first. Flip the spotlight. Say their name. Don't steal the story. Ask the follow-up. Match before you fix. Name what you heard. Send the echo. Stay fully present. Nobody handed you this manual, so this channel keeps it for you. Everyone forgets these, even the people who know them. Come back whenever you need reminding.